We're back here, week 2, second feature match of the evening here for not Tarkir anymore. We're in Playground League. Give me one moment here. Adjust my settings. We have Aaron B here, who I was talking about him being on Teamer before, so that's why I had Tarkir on the mind. Up against Chris R, who was with me in the booth just before.
Yeah, and I think you can really see the power of these sort of decks after some trading has happened. Chris is working with some excellent stuff. It might be a little slow to get to the battlefield, but he has a couple of removal spells, a sparring regimen, which is like a +1/+1 counter machine from Haven, and then a tyrant of carriages at 6 mana.
All right, sorry, there's something weird going on with my settings here. I'm trying to figure it out. But Aaron has he's got a Weakstone Subjugation in hand, and also a wide variety of lands to go along with that one spell.
Okay. So search. We'll be searching for something, because I think Chris is gonna quickly turn the corner here. If there's not much else.
Yeah. All right. I do apologize for anybody who's watching this back on YouTube. There's a Discord voice overlay that is showing up on my screen, and I think I've finally got it to go away. Sorry about all that. All right. Sorry about all that. Yeah. Aaron here, just with the lands. He's got is that a main deck? No, it wasn't it. He got the Inkling Summoning from the Regiment.
Yes.
Yeah, I was mentioning before, the trades have really allowed people to really focus in on specific strategies that perhaps normally you would not be able to get when you're dealing with 6 different sets at once. All right, well, we got a 3/3 Spirited Companion. I like it.
I mean, that's pretty good.
It's found him another land.
Less good. I can definitely attest to starting out the league 0-2 with just an absolute pile, and then quickly developing like a focused blue-red spells deck that I really love now.
Yeah, so looking at the records here, Aaron started out 2-4 to start out, so looking to improve on that. He's got a nice answer to this 3/2 token here.
Oh yeah,
which he's just drawn. So what all is Chris
get rid of a land
sitting here in hand with 5 lands and five cards in hand?
He's got it all. He's got 2 removal spells, Defenestrate and Lightning Helix. He's got Moment of Defiance, which is the +2/+1 in lifelink draw card. He's got a draw spell in Crushing Disappointment, and then the big 6 mana dragon that ETBs. That's also a Flame Tongue Kavu, because why not?
Oh, so I was going to ask if red was a splash, but sounds like it's just he's just got the 3-color deck here, and he's doing well with it. He's 5-2 so far, so definitely a lot. Haven't seen that many cards from his deck, but they've all been pretty nice so far.
Yeah, it's maybe looking to be red-black with maybe the white is the splash.
Yeah,
if any color.
Yeah, I guess the Sparring Regimen and the Lightning Helix are like reasonable cards to splash in there.
Also reasonable at this point to still be running, 3 colors. With just two losses.
Yeah, that's true as well. All right, so Lightning Helix goes and hits the 3/3 version of the Spirited Companion. So you don't like 2-for-1ing, but Lightning Helix was a fine play there. Aaron has drawn. He did draw for turn, or he drew off the pickpocket a Raff, the Weatherlight Stalwart. So that one could be of some use. The Weakstone Subjugation is probably going to lock down this dragon here.
You say it was a wrath? Which card is this?
The Weatherlight Stalwart, Raff.
Oh,
Yeah.
the legends. Got it. I was
Yeah.
thinking a wipe the battlefield, which
No,
would
no,
also be kind of
Raff.
useful now.
Sorry. Short for Raphael F. Prudent, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So the Spartan Regimen that can't untap this tyrant, right? It can only untap creatures that are an attacking creature, right?
I believe it's whenever you attack, put a +1/+1 counter and untap.
Yeah, I think he gets to untap one creature. Yeah, so he's gonna tap down this dragon, but I mean the damage was done already, and he's gonna have a Wrath as a follow up, which might be the target of another removal here.
Yeah, Chris has the Defenestrate in hand.
Yeah.
But choosing to save the creature, he's got the Moment of Defiance to potentially kind of blow out sort of an attacker block. And the draw 2, lose 2 life style card.
Yeah, I mean, on one hand, you could say, okay, I'll leave my mana open and see what I want to do with it. But as soon as Aaron puts a instant sorcery on the stack, of which he does have one in hand, the Field Trip, he will be able to get that trigger to draw a card.
So yeah, Chris will only be able to kill one creature in response. So.
Yeah, I mean, he might just not be that worried about the Wrath. If I was worried, I would. If I was worried about the Wrath, I would just destroy it outright before it could get a card. The draw for Aaron was a Mind Link mech, which I believe it's a vehicle, and I believe when it becomes crewed, it becomes a copy of something, except it's a 4/3 flying.
Oh, this is from Neon Dynasty. Yeah.
So I believe you'll get like any attack triggers, or if it dies, you'll get a dies trigger, but you won't get an entering trigger. So become a copy of something when it attacks, or right before it attacks.
It also dodges the removal spell in hand, the Defenestrate.
Yeah, it will always be a flying creature, so that's good. All right, so it looks like he's going to cast his Field Trip here, and we'll be able to draw a card. And then if Raph survives, he'll potentially could draw another card at some point with the spell that he gets, if Raph continues to survive.
Yeah, so it feels like Aaron could definitely be drawing out of the initial flood. It's still going to be an uphill battle because any creature can become a pretty good threat with the regimen.
Oh, so he can get a Containment Breach here, which can destroy the Sparring Regimen. It can also just destroy the 3/3 in play there. And he also drew off the Wrath a Winter Thorn Blessing, which I believe you tap something down and put a stun counter. Or maybe this was pre-stun counter, but you tap something down for a full turn, and I believe you get a +1 counter on your own creature, if I recall, and it has flashback.
And it has flashback, yeah.
Yeah.
So the stream of spells is going to continue. We'll see if Chris chooses to answer the Wrath. It feels like the correct play.
Now that your opponent drew a card off of it, you feel worse about removing it, but you also still understand that it's what it's capable of going forward here. Yeah, Raph is good with learning and lessening, because a majority of the learn cards are instant or sorceries, and all of the lessons are instant or sorceries. So Raph pairing up well. Yeah, so he is just going to again. He does go down a card to do that, but Raph represents more cards in the future. So he wants that gone.
I
Scrap
think
work.
there's some pretty nice ones.
Yeah.
Um, the scrapwork mutt can sort of nicely trade off and well and get the moment of defiance, maybe win a combat. But also he drew an explosive welcome, which is
Oh.
the deal 5, deal 3, get 3 mana.
Yeah, that's
Um,
eight mana.
yeah, so we'll have access to it next turn. There aren't great targets right now.
Yeah, so he's going to do the Winter Thorn Blessing here. So again, this is pre-stun counter, but it taps it for one full turn.
And this is exactly the card I think you want in this spot. You know, tap down blocker, prevent it from getting regiment triggers. You're spreading out power across these like 3 sort of dorky little creatures. Um,
Yeah, like
making
one advantage of playing sort of mid lane creatures is that your opponent doesn't really want to remove them. Like, you know, Chris removed the 3/3 Spirited Companion, he removed the Wrath, which both drew Aaron a card, and the rest of these creatures, like, you don't want to use removal on any of the creatures that are in play right now.
and as far as I can tell, there's almost nothing Chris could draw to get him out of this
Yeah,
because
he's
he
I
can
mean,
kill 2 creatures, but
yeah,
uh,
yeah, he can remove two, but if Aaron sequences it right, he can crew his Mind Link mech. So he could just go to combat and go right up to attackers, and then yeah, Chris can he can certainly survive with the explosive welcome, but he still has a lot of bodies to fight through here.
really tough spot. Yeah, I think the choice, you know, the Raptor just one card, but oftentimes that's like getting a extra turn almost in the situation where you're just trying to find stuff off the top. So
Yeah, for sure.
if
And the card he drew was the Winterthorn Blessing, so
yeah,
which is looming large over the remainder of this game from the graveyard here. So it looks like he is just going to allow him to go to right up to attackers. So unfortunately, making it a spiriting companion doesn't work the way we would like it to. But the more spirited companions in play, the better. I'll say. I mean, none of these creatures have any combat related abilities, so it doesn't really matter what you would choose here.
no, and like you'd like to kill the Mind Lake Mech and the Archivist, but the Archivist comes back as a 2/1 flyer, which
I believe, yeah, the
um,
2/1 and it loots every time it attacks. It's just an attack trigger for that backside. Yeah, so here he comes with 5 attackers, so he can destroy 2 of them and take 5, I guess. That's where we're at, I think.
will take 4 unless he chooses to kill the um, one of the 2 power. So it could go to 1, but know that Aaron will get another creature, or go to 2. Um,
Yeah, that was explosive, but I mean, the name of the game here has been 2-for-1s, right? For
oh,
for Aaron, he's just been 2-for-1 after 2-for-1, and just every creature replaces itself either with a card in hand or a body in play, and that may make the difference here.
Chris did draw a pretty nice one. Um,
I suppose we'll see it in a moment.
he drew a study break, which
Okay, tap 2 creatures and land.
could
Yeah.
could help him at least survive. He's got this sort of small flyer, which I'm sort of assuming is going to be tapped down, but he might be able to make the
Oh,
Mutt a five power lifelink creature. So
yeah. Well, we've got another tapping spell that's drawn here. It's the one with casualty, the rooftop nuisance.
oh wow,
So
I think that should do it.
yeah, I
Then
think he's just going to tap this one, tap the other one, go to combat, and say, "Do you have three removal spells?" And the answer is he has sort of two. Right? He could
he
tap
has
down two.
two. He does have
Yeah,
two in a sense.
he can interact with two of the creatures, but that is not enough here. His draw,
Yeah,
funny
the
enough,
sort
was
of
Golden Ratio, which I believe you draw a card for every different power you have, which in this case is one card, but it's okay.
yeah, yeah, just a really effective kind of like tempo game plan. Tapped everything down, just literally everything almost.
Yep,
The tyrant.
interacted, drew cards. Like his creatures were replacing himself, and Chris was forced to remove them at you know at a disadvantage to himself. Right, remove the 3/3 that drew a card, uh, remove the Wrath that drew a card, remove the 3/2 that becomes a 2/1 flyer immediately after. So yeah, so we got a green blue base here. There's maybe three or four white cards I noticed.
Yeah, Chris is. Sorry. Yeah, Chris is basically full three colors. Um, yeah, six plains, nine swamps, six mountains, and a couple of dual lands.
Yeah,
Actually, the red is maybe the sort of lightest touch, but he has a
okay.
lot of double red.
Yeah, he had the dragon at least. Interesting that
Yeah.
one card he's not playing, even though he does have ways to get extra lands, is the one with the multiverse, that the 8 mana enchantment. So
Oh my gosh, the omniscience kind of,
yeah,
but
and he has. I wouldn't say it's he has a like maybe one thing that ramps, but he has ways to find lands. He has Field Trip and Zimone. Both of those can ramp, and he has Campus Guide and Gwenna ramps as well, and he has Eccentric Farmer that can find land. So maybe he's just maybe the 8 mana there in the corner is spooking him a bit. But if you can make the 8 mana, and I think with the way the decks are working this league, you mostly can. That card is real powerful. But I don't believe he changed anything. He just sent his deck back without that 8 mana mythic there.
yeah, Chris also, I did not see him make any changes. He's gotten two one landers in a row.
Yeah,
Um,
we had the double planes and only green and blue card hand to start, as you do. Yeah, this one it's a little slow, but if Chris is willing to five, I guess a slow hand will probably be okay.
yeah, so Chris has kept one of each land. Oh, and I don't want to alarm anyone, but there's a lightning bolt in hand. This one's legal.
Is that it's in his pool? Okay,
It's in his pool.
we don't have to
It's
stop
on
down
the
and
strict.
check.
It's on this. It's a Strixhaven.
Yeah, I believe in the matching question, Lightning Bolt was not even a card that you could have in your pool based on the sets that were involved in the league. But
Correct, but we'll see it here.
there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we
Uh,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So he kept two removal spells and drew the lightning bolt. So there's a destroy evil, which does that hit enchantments?
Yep, it's enchantments or
So
4 toughness creatures, I believe. And I believe the flavor checks out because rigging fights is pretty evil. So like I'm okay with those. Morals wise.
Yeah, it's another one of those enchantments that gives +1/+1 counters to your creatures, and they tend to be pretty good.
Yeah, so we got a very solid four play on four here. The Shadow Beast sighting. The Jack o' Lantern is in hand, which can fix, I believe, from the graveyard to play as Wrath, which he has again, and he has got that golden ratio, so not doing anything just yet with that.
Okay, well, Chris has traded off everything, played all his lands, and has
And
this 2/1.
the 2/1 that cannot block,
Um,
and it comes back as like a draining enchantment. Is that what it is?
this,
Oh no,
this league is really
it
putting me
sacks a
to the
creature,
test.
right? It sacks. Yeah, you have to sack the whatever creature it
Yeah,
gets attached onto. Yes, I'm now remembering.
it's like an upkeep trigger or something.
Yeah, I believe it's you enchant a creature, and then the creature you have to sack a creature every turn, and basically you sack that one,
Usually,
unless you want to keep
usually that one.
sacrificing things. And perhaps in some late game situations, you keep your creature for as long as you can, but most cases it just trades.
Yeah, based on last game, Aaron would have plenty of fodder.
Yeah, he's got a pop quiz here. Uh, yeah, nothing too fancy in the lessons here. He's got Introduction to Prophecy, Expand Anatomy, Environmental Sciences, and the Containment Breach that we saw last game. So does he did get the Introduction to Prophecy. He can cast his Field Trip as well, which he's drawn. He can now cast the Wrath. It looks like he's going to have a lot to do, and Chris is going to hope to find relevant things to do.
Yeah, just a land in hand right now. Kind of seems like Aaron just really wants another creature, any creature to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, unfortunately, none of his he has none of the summoning uh, lessons that put creature tokens into play.
Yes, another person who avoided brawl.
Oh, is that how you get them? Okay,
that was one way.
okay,
Yeah, I think that was the reward for the field step this
okay.
past week. Yeah,
I mean, I feel brawl is for if you have a commander, like if you have like something really strong. I would say, I would be interested in brawl. Like if I had like a rare that was like really good, like a 2 or 3 color rare.
yeah, I was slightly tempted because I felt like I had a decent deck for the blue red uncommon from DMU,
Okay.
Balmore, but I was mostly just I couldn't really take any more losses. I felt and I felt I was better suited for just normal.
Yeah, there was a player I was talking to who was not interested in brawl at all, and they were playing a green deck in the league, but they have a Rafine in their pool, so they're just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna play 2 brawl games with Rafine. That seems really good.
Yeah,
That thing is
tough to lose.
busted.
I can attest from
Yeah.
a previous league.
Yeah, well, I don't remember who it was, but I remember in the original Brawl League, somebody opened a pack of Capenna, even though like Silver Bullets was like the way to go. That was the Brawl League from like 3 years ago. But he opened a pack of
Right.
Capenna, got a Rafine, and then just went on some crazy streak to make top 8 out of like, from coming from
Yeah.
nowhere. I think it was Chris P, but with Joker, but I'm not 100% certain. But I remember that was like
Yeah.
all the Silver Bullets were just like Slither Blades and all those, and it was just really, 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 really busted.
Yeah, it was definitely crispy. Um,
Yeah, so we see him going off at the raft. He finds, speaking of Rafine, Rafine's informant has arrived here. Well, I mean, we were talking about
yes,
Rafine, so the informant came and heard about it.
it's spooky. Yeah, Chris just has a blessed defiance in hand.
Is that +2/+0, and you get a spirit when it dies?
Yeah, you get lifelink as well.
Okay,
Um,
pretty good. Yeah, Aaron not really making too much headway on the life total here. He's more concerned with drawing some cards, which is understandable for the time being. Right, so he's drawn his overwhelmed archivist,
Okay.
and combined with the expanded anatomy and the golden ratio, he could draw a lot of cards in the next couple turns. Because he could
Yeah,
put
they
counters on something, draw cards, golden ratio, draw another card, and draw up to 4 cards. Yeah, because he could have a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4 in play. Power. All right, he
yeah.
can.
I have a game plan for Chris. It's draw Tyrant,
Got it.
hit your opponent in the face, and then
Uh-huh.
attack for 4 plus 3 mountains is another 3, and 2 is plus a defiance, and that would be lethal.
I
He needs to
mean,
draw the Tyrant though.
Aaron presently does not have a defense against this, but he is going to draw 3 cards here.
Plus Wrath.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, bad enough that Chris mulligan to 5. He's just watching his opponent draw cards here, knowing that it's going to take a while. Okay, some really nice ones off the top here. He's got an overgrown arch, which is another learn card, also gains life. He's got a Shrine Steward, which searches for shrines or auras, and Ether Channeler, the rare that can bounce or draw a card or make a bird.
Oh yeah, great one. This is perfect for your
Oh yeah,
Wrath deck.
looking good. Yeah, I mean, really impressive display in these games. I mean, Chris didn't do anything wrong. I mean, mulliganing when you have non-functional hands. I mean, that's how it goes. But yeah, very impressive display here. And finally, the attacks began for modest 2 damage. I think he's just going to trade here. Yeah. So I assume the Vengeful Strangler is going to go on to Wrath, I suppose. But he already drew cards off of it, so he's just going to take the
Yeah.
2.
Although we maybe could have seen the situation of sacking another creature rather than the one.
Okay, that's something. That's a 3/4 flyer when he's at 10. Yeah. But he has Shrine Steward. Maybe I didn't see all of his cards, but I would. I mean, we saw Weakstone Subjugation last game, so at the very least he can get that, if not something else that deals with this 3/4.
Yeah, could even do that this turn, I think.
Yeah, he's got like 10 mana.
Got infinite mana.
Yeah, for the purposes of this game, yes. Yeah, so he's
Could have
got.
been casting the Behold the Multiverse or the.
So he could
But it
get the
turns out,
yeah, he got the Sleep with the Fishes, which is just like a better Weakstone Subjugation because you get a little attacker here. Yeah, his other choices was the Weakstone Subjugation, also the Mightstone animation, the one where you enchant an artifact and it becomes a 4/4 and you draw a card.
okay.
That was his other choice. He could turn his campus. He could have turned his campus guide into a mighty 4/4 if he wanted, but yeah, the removal was warranted and a big healthy attack here for what is it, 11?
Oof. The card drawn was Crushing Disappointment, which maybe a crushing disappointment at this
Yeah.
stage. He needed it 3 turns ago, and it would have been one of the best draws in this deck.
Yeah, that could have given him some fuel, found a removal or another threat, and been able to maybe keep up with this. But unanswered Wrath followed by just a series of creatures, and it's sort of again what we saw last game. It's like none of these creatures, aside from Wrath, are like you feel bad about removing them because they all got something, right? Like 2 of them looted, one of them searched your library for a card, one of them made a bird. Like they all gave something. All right.
Yeah, it's a tough matchup for a removal heavy Mardu deck.
Yeah, he's kind of like removal proof in a way. He only has a couple threats that can really be answered clean one for ones. Yeah, if you're trying to one for one your opponent, this is Aaron's deck is going to be very frustrating. Oh, it's at the beginning of Chris's upkeep. I guess it triggers, so he gets a full turn
Oh,
with the raft
yeah,
still, and he could just activate that, and pretty
that
much
should do it.
not too much can get in the way here. Right. He's even going to expanded anatomy here just for good measure, I think, even though it doesn't appear necessary. Let's see if he
Well, with the
taps.
expanded anatomy, you can tap down some of the weaker creatures and still do lethal, maybe.
Yeah, there you go. Got to draw more cards, right? Got to draw cards. Yeah, crushing. All right.
Yeah, two nice ones drawn, but
Yeah, a little too late
uh,
there for that one.
too
Yep.
late.
So the two-time league winner Aaron gets his third win of this league. So congratulations to him. Impressive display from his deck, basically doing, I imagine, exactly what he intended when he built it this way. So congratulations to Aaron on the win, and we'll be back a little bit later for our final match of the week.